Alright, last time on What Do You Think, I asked about the mystery Hori HJ8 controller. But yeah, we got some comments. NeoZ1964 writes, I'm guessing it's just broke. I'm still trying to figure out where this controller came from. And he leaves a link to a video he made about well, it's a very odd Dreamcast controller that looks exactly like an official Sega Saturn 3D pad. My best guess is that it's an early DevKit controller, because I've run across other prototype controllers like that look like a current gen system that works on the next gen. Anyways, and then I got a comment from Dead Thumb, a good old Dead Thumb. Honestly, it's hideous, but it's hoary, rare, obscure, and unusual. That is, I would have it in my collection too. Nice arcade stick. Shame it isn't functioning correctly. Well, we really don't know if it's not functioning correctly. It might just be only compatible with Japanese Famicom. So, because I remember there were some videos I saw of Europeans showing saying that the European NES controller is only compatible with European region NES. First of all, do you read your manuals? Really? You know, for a collector crowd who whines about losing physical retention of their software, I thought all of you would. The first thing I would do when I got a brand new game at the store was read through that manual. It was a way of, I guess, getting into the game before I could actually put the cartridge into my system. But that didn't really work for Game Boy games. I mean, I had the Game Boy usually with me when I went out. And it was a way of learning about all the game, building excitement for the game, being prepared for the game when I actually started playing it. But one of the things that always troubled me was these level summaries. You know, I would start flipping through the pages here and going like, okay, oh, level summaries. I would glance above the page, to the left, below, to the right. They spoiled the game here. You can see, like, this one's probably one of the worst offenders. It gives you a little connective tissue between each of the stages, so it actually tells you the story of going from one stage to the next, about the environment. But some of them, they would tell you about the bosses, and they would tell you about all the different phases of the boss, and maybe a tip or something. I guess maybe a tip is helpful, but the thing is, that was part of the enjoyment of the game, right? Discovering those phases of the boss. And it was also something you looked forward to, right? You didn't know what the boss was going to look like at the end of the stage. What did he, she, or it look like? I'm playing Fantasy Zone, and I'm like, I didn't know there was going to be a giant pumpkin jack-o'-lantern dude at the end of the first stage. Some games even made fun of this, like Earthworm Jim. Vector Man's actually not so bad, you know? It gets an A in my book, because it tells you about all the different power-ups, but it does this unnecessary thing of describing the special bosses. Like, it tells you your moves, tells you maybe what you can do, but the thing is, a lot of this stuff is self-explanatory. You just experiment by pressing the buttons, you know, left moves you left, right moves you right, up moves you up, down moves you down. A and B shoot. You can just press the buttons and figure that out yourself. You're not like, there's no special command here. There's no combos. So it's not so bad though. It's actually pretty good. By the time the PS3 rolled around, these games actually are actually fantastic about not spoiling anything about the game. They tell you about the characters, the power-ups, maybe online features or whatever, but they're really good at not telling you about the bosses and the areas that you'll go through in the games. Here's Kirby. We're playing through this game. Say we read the mail, we know that stage 5 is the last level. When you're on stage 4, or when I'm on stage 4, that's when my anxiety would kick into high gear, because I knew the game would end soon. And I didn't want the game to end. I mean, sure, I wanted to beat the game eventually, but I wanted to take it in, you know? Just explore all those nooks and crannies like an English muffin, with the jam and the toastiness and the butter. Oh my goodness, it's just delicious. You know, that's what a brand new game is. Delicious. You're salivating for that flavor. You know, in your brain to be charged. I don't know. The point is, it was my brand new game, and I wanted to absorb every little facet of it before moving on to the next. So, do you think manuals should describe every detail, or should they leave some things for you to discover and get a wonderful sense of fulfillment? What do you think?